Hello, I am Brianna. Welcome to my life on paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. Today is day 21 of Follow a Sketch February, and this is our sketch for today. I am also playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem, which happens every Friday, and today our recipe is to use stamps, nouveau, doily, buttons, and flowers, and I will get those all onto this layout. So this, believe it or not, is a very old, close to my heart collection. The stickers and the papers go together, and actually the paper as well. The paper is it's one of those where you could just like kind of put down your pictures, and a lot of it was done for you. So you can see the yellow and the red and the black. That's all part of a piece of paper that came that way. I must have trimmed it down and used part of the cardstock for something else. So I'm looking at the sketch and trying to make it work with my strips of paper. And I don't do the strips exactly the same as a sketch. So on the sketch, it looks like it has a piece on top of the photos, a different color piece underneath, and then that same from the top underneath that. And I use more strips, and my off colored strip is not where it's supposed to be, and it doesn't matter because this is a sketch and it's jumping off point, and I can do it however I want, right? So that's what I am doing, and I love the way this turns out, honestly. So um I haven't pulled out any of my items from the recipe yet, but I'm just getting my strips down between the pattern paper and the stickers. And then my photos I developed with a border on them. So that gives me another kind of not a color, obviously it's white, but another kind of border or strip above and below the photos. So the photos are of my husband and I in California in March of last year. We got to go to Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland. That was fun. This is the Cars ride. I have many more pictures from the Cars ride, but these are two of them. I have lots of Disney ephemera. You can see on the left-hand side there. I don't use much of it, but this turns out to be pretty cool layout. But, with all those recipe items, it was kind of easy because I filled the page with lots of different things. So I'm gonna get the picture adhered down here. I overlapped that middle piece, so I've still got like a black border around all the picture, the right and left sides as well. The first thing I'm going to pull out as far as my recipe goes are flowers. I do have lots of random different flowers in my stash. When I was, a couple of years ago, well, more than a couple of years ago, probably 5 years ago, I wanted to get more items into my stash, and I looked to flowers because they're so versatile. So I end up pulling out this one. You can see I have several big black flowers, but I just took out the one, and I like the idea of having that Mickey head in the middle of it. That I do have a Mickey punch that was just with my Disney ephemera because I had punched it out and not used it before. And then I decided I need a little bit more layering, so I pull in a white flower. And then I'm going to look for ephemera and other things to use on the layout. And you can see there's some blue items in the left on the over there that the Disney items that have blue in it. I do have other collections that do have blue in it, but because I don't have any blue in this collection, I stayed away from it. Now that is my doily. I know it doesn't look exactly like a doily, but I cut it out on my Cricut. And then I decide I want Adventures as my title, and it's going to go on top of the doily. Now, that is not where the title is in the sketch, but that is okay. It works for me. And then I also have this ticket that says Picture Perfect. I'm going to use that down there, kind of a subtitle down there. And I have an idea for stamps, but I wanted to make sure to get like everything else in place first. Um, just so that I know where my stamping would end up. Please check out the playlist below. I'll have one for Follow Sketch February, and there's also one for Mixed Media Mayhem. It's always a good place to get ideas and see the fun things that other people are doing. Instead of using those 3 strips for journaling, I pull out a tag, and you can tell it's like kind of like a Mickey tag because it looks like his pants with the big buttons. I'm gonna use that, and then I did have another. See that black Mickey head up there? I had done a cut file, and all the middle pieces of the cut file were cut out, so I have a whole bunch of those that size of the black Mickey heads. So that worked perfectly there. There's another one I'm gonna layer on the bottom. Now I'm happy how this is coming together. So I'm going to grab some yellow paper, and then I'm going to stamp on that yellow paper. It's funny when I'm doing editing of a video how things, um, I can see things that I didn't see in the first time around. So it's funny, but I was looking around for the red Mickey head, and it was laying right where it was supposed to be the whole time. But I thought I had another one, I guess. Well, I didn't think I had another one. I forgot I used the first one. All right, so these are Ellie Studio stamps. They are tiny tag stamps, and I use these circles, which I love. One of them says love this, and the other one says so much fun, and I just stamp them over and over and over again. And then I'm gonna take this little hole punch that's gonna fit like perfectly around these. It's gonna give it a little yellow border, and they're going to be like polka dots on my Disney page, because you always need polka dots on your Disney page because I don't know, because Minnie wears them on her skirt, right? So I'm going to punch those out, and then I have black buttons, so I'm going to get those out as well and make a fun design. Once I get a whole bunch punched out, then I will start to glue everything down on the page, because I'm still not wanting to get the stamped images down until everything is exactly in place. Today is day 21. I missed yesterday. I have the video done, but I am still getting it edited and up on the channel, so be watching for that one. And even though I've got one out every day this month so far, almost, except for yesterday, I might be struggling to get all the rest of the month up, but I'm gonna do my best. And then of course next month is Chrissy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches, which I love. So again, I'm going to be trying to do that every day as well and getting lots of layouts done. I've been really excited about how many layouts I've been doing. And I also have to get my layout share. Normally I do it like half the month and then the next half of the month, because then I can get, because I really like to put my layouts away. It's really like the finishing touch for me. It's a sense of accomplishment. So none of this month's layouts have been put away yet. So I'll get on that soon. And then I'm also going to do, and know I keep saying this, but I will do it, a a video showing my photo organization, which isn't all that, exciting, but I'm hoping it might give you some ideas. So, all right. So in between my polka dots, my yellow stamped images, I am putting black buttons. And I thought this was a fun look that I would have never done without the recipe. I don't know. Well, I know I wouldn't have punched these circles out of the stamp. At first I thought about just stamping them randomly on the back of the on the white paper, but I really like the way this looks. So the last thing for me to use is Nuvo. I've got my stamps, I've got my flowers, I've got my buttons. I'm using Nuvo. The first thing I thought about doing with the Nuvo is taking my clear Nuvo and like making a dome over the yellow polka dots. Kind of makes it look like a little flare, or um not an enamel dot, more of like an acrylic piece. Uh, but I've done that before, and that would have taken a lot of time and that. So I decided, and I've done a title with Nuvo drops before. So I decided to outline the Mickey head. And at first I just started with the black on the red, and then I thought, well, I have white, I can outline the black. It's some parts it's a little shaky. It's good to, if you rest your like wrist or your forearm on the table, it almost stabilizes your arm so you're not so shaky. You can see here I didn't do that. Um, as I go around the ears on the top, I do pull the paper around, and I'm able to rest my wrist to get a straighter line. Um, but you know, if it was perfectly straight, you wouldn't have thought I did it. So now it looks homemade for sure. So make sure to watch the close-ups, and I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Please come back and see me again tomorrow for another Follow the Sketch February layout.